Snow and ice season is just around the corner. The hazards of driving on slick roads, and we all deal with that here in central Indiana. Throughout the state of Indiana, we deal with snow and ice, and it's something that my clients will ask me on occasion. Look, there was a wreck in front of me. The semi got tangled up with this pickup truck, and I'm on the interstate, and I'm driving safe, but as I come up on it and I see it, and I put my brakes on, I can't get stopped. And so now I'm involved in this collision. And is that my fault? I mean, there's this truck in it. Well, maybe not. There's a lot of nuances and facts that are going to apply in that scenario. It may be that whoever was at fault with the original wreck, whether it was the pickup or the semi, may be responsible for the subsequent collisions, because here they are, their negligence caused a blockage of that roadway in an unsafe way. They're going to want to argue that you have a duty under those weather conditions to drive slower and maintain a safe speed. That's true, but we don't necessarily have to anticipate a semi across the road in front of us. I mean, where do we draw the line on that? And so there was a wreck recently in Texas. I think it was a 200 or 119 or 200, a lot of cars were involved in this wreck in snow and ice, and they just kept coming and piling up and piling up. That may be a situation where fault is all but undeterminable. Because of the weather situation's uncontrollable, it's just an act of nature. There really wasn't a whole lot anybody could do as it continued to pile up. That may be a scenario like that. That I would differentiate that scenario. However, the first scenario I gave you, I think there's a lot to talk about there, and there's a lot of nuances to that, because if two vehicles and one of them's being negligent and cause a hazard in the roadway in front of you, and otherwise you're driving at a safe speed, it would not have been an issue. You wouldn't have lost control, but for their wreck and that truck across the road, then you put on your brakes and enter the collision as well, hit the truck as well, then I would suggest that you have a strong case against the semi if they were the ones at fault for that wreck. It all comes back also to everyone having a duty to maintain a safe speed, anticipate as much as possible under the weather conditions, whether that's rain, hail, snow, ice, whatever it is on the road, sunny and dry, to drive appropriately for the weather conditions and not exceed a safe speed. Just because the speed limit says 55 or 65 or 70, if you've got 1 inch or 2 inches of snow on the ground, doesn't mean you can drive those speeds. That's just the maximum speed, so you probably ought to be reducing your speed. And what we see is a lot of these trucks don't necessarily slow down. They feel like they're so heavy, they're making contact and they can keep going fast. And then when they need to stop, not going to stop. They just slide, cause wrecks. So give us a call if you want to talk about something like that. Please be careful as snow and ice season hits us.